And hello everybody, good morning to not a lot of people, good night to some people, good evening to the rest of the people. It is 5 a.m. It's fine. We are always happy to be awake for TWC, for IHNN. Beautiful match. I'm joined today by people with better time zone than me. IHNN and Trace. Hello to you too.
Hello.
Nice to be here.
Imperishable night at night. This is the only appropriate starting time.
Yeah.
No matter which region you're in, it's nighttime, which helps.
It's a bit too late for normal Kaguya time. That's how bad it is. Without daylight saving time, it would have been right on time. But yeah, so this is the Lunatic Survival Qualifier by Itohaba, Yukari, that I'll just call Draconic probably for most of the match, and Cao Minh. Might as well get into the slide early because I don't know how long they are.
And it's Imperishable night. There's so many shots.
Yeah. So yeah, this is the World Cup 26. So right now it's the qualifiers, right? But the World Cup is an annual international tournament featuring the Touhou project Shoot 'em Up. Each match features 2 or 3 contestants competing in a survival or scoring category on Lunatic or extra difficulty, and this is why we have qualifiers, because 3 is not that many. And for more details about the tournament, visit the official website under here, touhouworldcup.com. Pretty good name, and shoutouts to Maribel.
Shoutouts to Maribel, as always.
Link the website. Do you have a comment for this site? Probably. Who knows? So yeah, this is Lunatic Survival. I said the players. Fuck, Kaguya's here. The players have 85 minutes of reset time. So how reset time works is, yeah, you can start credits however you want during that reset time, but as soon as the reset time is over, whatever credit you're in, you have to finish. If you reset, it's over. How the scoring works is every shot type has a base penalty, like a base score. Sorry, that's the wrong thing. you have a base score for it, and every time you get hit, it's divided by 2 for the context of fire, and it's just reduced. It's a multiplier. Bombs count as 2 hits, and for iron specifically, dying to a last spell count as a miss, and not reaching a last spell, like if you don't get enough time rolls for it, also count as a miss. So you do have to capture every last spell.
You can't be clever in stage 2 and deliberately ignore time to skip an impossible pattern.
Yeah. And runs with more than 5 hits just do not count. It counts as DNF or 0 point. It's not good.
0 beats DNF beats DQ.
I'm aware, but there's don't count written. And the player with the
it's always
score
said don't count, and it's always been slightly wrong in the slide. You score 0 if you finish with more than that. It beats a DNF, and a DNF beats a DQ. We're probably not seeing that, hopefully.
Hopefully. And the player with the highest TWC score wins. So basically, don't get hit as much as you can. So yeah, that's quite nice actually. Welcome to IHNN. We have 12 shot types and 2 routes. Most, as you can see, most of the shots have the same score, TWC score, no matter if you're going for 6A or 6B. The only difference being for Sakuya and Yuyuko. So the rest, if there is not 6A or 6B written, it's just both of them. And yeah, lots of shot types. You can see the teams are pretty low compared to the rest. Also Remilia, Yomu, and Yukari. Then you have a step up to Yuko and Marisa, and then you have the last 3 of Alice, Reimu, and Sakuya. Mostly not gonna see those today. Probably just
quite a big jump among some of these shot types, but who knows, if people feel like they need to really push their scores higher to get through the qualifying rounds, that's always an option.
From having
go ahead.
From having watched runners recently, I'm fairly sure we're gonna stay in the lower scoring shot types, like Team, Yukari, Remilia, Yomu, around that. But We never know. If you get a good run, you can just try to go for more.
We might see a pocket Marisa. I don't know.
Yeah, she's not this kind of category too. But with the shots being relatively close together based on what we expect players might be using, that also helps simplify things in terms of like the miscounts. You know, like you just mainly look at the miscounts and say lower miscount will be the winner probably.
Yep.
Amongst all the players.
Yeah, I would say the expectation was what? Border, Solo Yukari, and Magic?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, looking at the player, right? Like Itohaba got border team at NFS, I think, like less than a week ago in preparation for this qualifier. Maybe a bit more, but
still very nice.
It was very recent, and they've been playing that. Yukari is in the name. I don't think there is a way for Draconic to ever play something else than Solo Yukari. And Cao Minh does have all teams at an NFS, like an NFS with every team, but not solo shots. So we could see any team from them really, but recently they've been playing Magic team. So I assume we're gonna see that, but who knows?
Still a decent amount of variety with just those two kinds of teams that play here.
Yep, definitely. It's gonna be fun to see border team compared to Yukari. They have the same score. I know it can sound weird because Solo Yukari has notably bad early game, but you know it's still early. See, you have a reset time. You can just reset if you die early on stage 2 or 3, and it does make.
It doesn't take too long to get past some parts of the early game in this game too, which helps.
Don't end up in a reset loop.
If you don't end up in a reset loop. And, you know, once you reach the...
That can become a mental issue if that happens, but...
Once you reach the late game, Yukari starts having some advantages over border team. Except on Wraith and on 2. Yeah, mostly for Marathon 2 and for Ephemerity. Ephemerity is quite a bit more annoying. With Solo Yokai, although Yukari does kill it fairly fast.
Yeah, I mean, obviously as part of the border team, she still has good focus damage, so anyone's familiar with like border team plays could be familiar with that.
I think most people are probably familiar with border, because I feel like that's kind of the default. Least interesting, perhaps, but all the teams are good.
I think border.
It's definitely a good entry point into this game. No matter which difficulty
all
you're playing.
play Solo Yomu, and
the propaganda begins.
Yes.
All I'm saying is Solo Yomu is more interesting than border team, you know, and she's strong. She's very strong.
I'm still really partial to Ghost Team personally over Solo Yomu, but I do see the argument.
Just for general play, I'm not as fond of like spread shots having to attack from a distance. That's just me though.
Ghost Team is good for stages.
I would definitely go more for like Solo Yomu if I really had to pick between them.
Ghost Team is good for stages, definitely, but then you enter stuff like Double Spark, and you are really mad that you didn't take Solo Yomu, because you will take 3 waves for no reason. Because Yuko actually doesn't know how to do damage.
That's fine, I'll just shift mash on Buddhist Diamond and kill it faster.
Don't do that.
I'm doing that.
It's not worth it. It's not
That's
worth
getting
it.
a little
Don't
bit
do
past
that.
like beginner strats with shot types, I guess.
Also, yeah, BD is just the same between the two of them. So you don't even get much of an advantage here.
Universally a hard attack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
certain vision. You can see the time of day being mostly fine for 2 of them, and 5 a.m. For Draconic here. Yeah,
That's not exactly great for Draconic, I have to say.
For the record, Draconic also got daylight saving time working against him, which unlucky.
Alright, some Moko non-8 practice.
I hope that I'll be able to
as
play
much as we're
farm.
harping on DST, I'm still jealous of you guys who have to deal with this later than those of us in the Western Hemisphere.
I don't think it's fun.
Warring themselves up with an intense attack, I can see, on Itohaba's end.
And, I mean, this is Water Team. This means nothing, but this is Water Team.
Getting the blood flowing.
And, yeah.
Alright,
Time
yeah,
round
we're
started.
We are underway.
And that's Scarlet Team, not Magic. Fair enough.
Comparison in this case is the same to either shot.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's not Magic.
They would also face Reimu later on in the game.
Yep.
For reference.
Which is mostly fine if you ignore the elephant in the room.
Yeah, if you ignore the existence of Blink.
I mean, to be fair, we're not there yet, but like I have nothing to say about stage 1. Except that Draconic, there was one power that fell, and that's inacceptable.
That gives me an idea for something they might be doing coming up, but we'll see about that.
Oh, we've got scoring and survival.
I mean, it's completely.
Do we have
consistent.
perhaps power cancel strats in this game?
I don't think we're gonna see power control, knowing Draconic. Like Draconic does have a pretty big.
I mean, I guess I
score.
can bring it up once the time comes, but yeah.
Yeah. But Draconic does
for the most part, we got like Water Team and Solo Yukari. These are the familiar shots people know about. Scarlet Team is a little bit interesting. Yeah, it's just the focus shot of Water Team, basically.
Yeah.
But at all times.
The good part of
Scarlet Team's definitely a little bit different. It's another spread shot with Sakuya, although unlike Reimu, she doesn't have any homing to speak of as far as I'm aware, at least.
And unlike Yuyuko, she also doesn't have damage.
Yeah. Vermilia is the more interesting half of it, though, because she can plant her familiars, like her options, at a spot once she focuses like this.
How did everyone drop power, man?
And Vermilia's damage is also very, very good.
Yeah, she's actually really strong. And more so if you can place her options very well against under bosses or any other high priority enemies throughout stages. More recent games like Fossilized World, we've seen that, as well as MOF versus C. You see how powerful that kind of shot type can be.
Yeah, also, Draconic here can't shoot down the familiars on this non, and so it's a lot denser, and it's still not the kind of pattern that's likely to kill, but it's definitely harder than a shot that can shoot them down.
You can definitely feel the familiar, like you could see during the first wave of non 2, just being on top of one of the familiar to prevent it from shooting. That's something that's quite common actually in this game, especially with solo yokai, and it does help. It does help quite a bit in this.
Yeah, really. Just to explain, going back to the beginning here, one of the mechanics of this game is that regular enemies and bosses alike shoot familiars. Those familiars are actually like completely invisible to yokai shots, so they actually cannot shoot them down. It's only the humans who can shoot them down. So playing a solo yokai shot automatically makes some attacks harder because you're not able to get rid of some sources of bullets.
Yep. But everyone through last spell.
What Driferano's talking about, with the standing on top of familiars, you can actually seal bullets that way, and that can definitely help with some of those attacks.
Yep. And yeah, to get back to stage 1 and stage 2, because it's relevant, because we're not gonna see power console, right? Like, Draconic does have a pretty big
they just got to full power right here, so.
Draconic does have a pretty big interest in scoring. I feel like people that watch this channel often will know. And therefore, like, a lot of the strats that they know are just score strats. Now, I assume we're not gonna see everything, hopefully, and hopefully, like, the other strats will not be there. But like, there is this thing of at some point it's just safer to go for the strats you know, that to just relearn everything and try to get, like, going for like safer strats that you don't know is actually not that much safer in a lot of scenarios. So if you're
it's what you're comfortable with, what you're well practiced with. That's definitely a factor.
So this is why, especially for like stage 1, just stealing the mid boss, while canceling the
spinning
boss,
wriggle.
It's just a good strat, and like it's completely fine to go
for. There could obviously be some overlap between the two kinds of play for sure.
Yeah, but hopefully we do not see a certain Graze coming up soon.
I mean, you know,
Draconic has been known to go for this in survival.
Draconic has done a lot of it recently, I can tell you that. I mean, let's see.
So we're getting some misses again now. This is a little bit of a difficulty spike.
Don't do this.
Okay, no, it's good.
Yeah.
No, it's actually completely fine. Just going for the first.
The pattern is very predictable, regardless. So if you're comfortable with it, it's like, why not? First boss spell, though, is where things really start to kick up, just because how more intense it is.
Oh, Itohaba takes the death to Venomous Moth.
That could definitely happen. It's not unheard of.
Yep.
Things can just catch you off guard because it's relatively fast compared to everything you faced before.
Yeah, Mischief is definitely the first choke point of the run, I'd say. Like,
it's your standard stage 2 boss has bullets coming from both sides crisscrossy pattern that appears in so many games.
Yeah, and here's someone that everyone likes to talk about is Mystia's second non-spell. Sake has a bit of an easier time because she can actually clear a lot of the familiars with a spread shot, but...
Yeah, Sakuya, like...
If you're not able to clear any familiars at all, you can just get a lot of Mentos flooding the screen
talking about that.
while lanes from the next wave are coming in at the same time.
It
looks like he's trying to do a little bit of misdirect to put those off screen, I guess. But
that was actually
just
really weird.
Not like it wasn't a bad idea, it just wasn't executed in this case.
I'm really
but this
surprised.
is where a yokai shot's not being able to shoot down familiars can really hurt you in the early game, because otherwise you're just having to deal with all those bullets without being able to shoot the familiars down.
I feel like they got clipped. Like if you look at when they
like
died,
they were
like
really trying to squeeze in the tightest of spaces.
Yeah, but
lane,
like
trying to misdirect it off screen.
Yeah, but like that's normal. It's just like it was like the fifth bullet of the wave that touched them.
Just not quite
first.
pixel perfect in that case, which was unfortunate to see.
Also, come in on Midnight Horse Master. This thing's evil.
This thing is fine.
It's evil.
It's fine.
Definitely a little bit more of a trick spell because it's the last spell. You're able to experiment with that. The idea is you want to like move down with the lanes of small green bullets, so you have a bit more time to read them.
Yeah, like genuinely.
Fortunately, the mentals that are laid down between us are also predictable, so it's not too much of an issue.
Yeah. The only annoying part is sometimes the mentors will be so dense it will create an actual wall, and you won't be able to go under her. You will do no damage. You have to do 2 extra waves, and like that's the worst it can do.
Well, the flip side of that also is that the mentals being spawned there can also be sealed because like you stand still, the mentals don't spawn on top of you. So that helps.
So Cao Minh just made it
Here's a really good spot to put the plantable options here in stage 3. You're able to cover both of the main spawning points of the enemies very easily.
I have died once ever to a bullet spawning on me on that spell, and I was not happy. What the hell is happening on? Ooh. That was not normal for Draconic.
If you don't have like you're not able to split your shots though, like with solo yukari here, you definitely have to know what spawn points to prioritize. Otherwise, you'll just get completely overwhelmed.
Yeah, and stage 3 is particularly weird because like you have run, you know, like you can maybe see her like a bit translucid. How run works is she locks onto an enemy and she's supposed to do damage, except it works in a weird way that time. Sometimes she will just go for another enemy, you don't know why. Sometimes she will just go to the wrong enemy, and so it makes stage 3 kinda weird because sometimes run just will not kill the enemy you needed to.
I see a safe spot for mid boss spell here.
Stage.
Head sitting Kane.
A weird death.
We've only had weird deaths so far, kind of, other than Itohaba. Like, it's not that Misty and Onto is a weird place to die, but the way it happened was
talking
kind
of weird death, that one is actually not okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Kane is one of the the few enemies in this game who actually changes her patterns based on whether you're focused or unfocused. Or rather, I should say human versus yokai, so playing a full team, you're able to have that distinction. It definitely helps to clear some bullets on her non-spells, as well as this first spell here. I should say, just saying, being able to use a human at all in this first spell, because you get the familiars exploding at very staggered rates along the walls, unless you're able to kill the ones at the very bottom.
Yeah, I mean, there is some strat to mitigate it. Like as you can see on the Yukari stream right now, like it dies really quickly with Remilia and Yukari, and so it's definitely harder.
You can
not
force
the
your way
worst.
through it for sure.
Like there is
But
definitely
I think it
a
would
will.
still be easier to be able to clear familiars in the first place.
But
is the idea.
But there is definitely a world in difficulty between Remilia and Yukari and like Kyuko or Alice. Like it's nothing alike. And yeah, definitely like you can see non-2 just being way more tough than any reason to be.
Kane does have a lot of these static patterns with a named component as well.
Yes, you can, there's a lot of stuff in this game in general that's like learnable in that sense.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, IHNN is just.
But even by those standards,
game.
Kane is especially so.
That was a nice dodge from Itohaba right there.
Honestly, I don't know. No, I think it's just global. Like you take Marisa, for example, she's very, very learning. Why are you grading this, man?
Yeah, Marisa's very learnable, but
not literally
a lot of that
everything
is
with Marisa,
not
but
do the same thing every time. There's still some small element of reaction.
Take like Marisa non-2, take Marisa non-1, actually, like...
Doesn't non-2 change a little bit based on movement?
A tiny bit, but like, you
Kane
just
doesn't even have that.
It does.
Yeah, you can control bosses' left or right movement in this game, but not exactly their vertical movement. That's where the variation comes in for attacks like non-2.
But yeah, IHNN is just a game, like, compared to the rest of the franchise, where a lot of spells, it's just like, a lot, and I mean a lot of knowledge can get you really, really far. Like, outside of, like, the elephant in the room of PD and Rising Worlds, like, there's just always a strat, always a thing you can do to make something safer. And you can definitely see for how much time someone has played the game just by the strat they use, because there's so much strat that no one knows about. Like,
if I may point out one of those right here, Draconic has been sealing some of the rings of bullets being fired by these fairies in stage 4. There's very specific times that they fire those big rings, like differently from when they fire familiars. You're able to sit on top of it like this and just get rid of a lot of the bullets that normally would be covering the screen.
It's a scoring strat.
it has crossover with survival for sure, though. Just look how much easier that is.
I mean, it's aim. Like you just have to fight.
Also, Reimu.
I will say you can also time familiar cancels to clear all those bullets anyway, so it's not like it's the, I wouldn't say clear cut the best survival strategy, but it's there if you want to do it.
Yep. Lots of things you can do. Okay, we have reached Reimu.
I'm doing a strat with Reimu behaves really weirdly on this non-spell.
Always.
She's able to like warp from one side of the screen from the other just from normal movement, not like the static movement that she does in her later nons.
Okay, we have Marisa non-1 at the same time, which is honestly kind of annoying as solo yokai. But yeah, it
is also pretty learnable. It's a very
yeah, but it's chokeable.
Very similar pattern each time.
Yeah, also, this Reimu spell, the white amulets are aimed directly at you, so you can always just sidestep them and just read whatever else is there.
Yeah, good theory. In practice, you die a bunch because the
Marisa's first spells where some of the difficulty comes in because you have to read these stars from 3 different directions. Fortunately, the big stars that are going straight down, they're also a consistent pattern, so you can like take little breaks in between reading those to read where the smaller stars are.
You honestly just kind of start filtering out the big stars entirely.
I mean, how I do it is basically, yeah, you kind of get into a rhythm with the big stars.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
have to mostly read them, but you can just take breaks to read what's on the side, and you just macro dodge what's on the side. If
it's
you
a matter
can't
of like
do
splitting
that,
your attention appropriately between them.
if you can't just go in a general location where the small star will not be, that's when the patterns get tough. Because you can get pushed to the side, and then it's just kind of over.
More gray strats for Mercer's second spell already, putting on a good show here. Helps that you have homing as Yukari still.
We did not delete the item. I mean, honestly, pretty good score run from Dragon. As far as strats go, it's been going well.
I can definitely say here, going back to what Cao Minh is doing.
What are we doing?
It's a little scary.
It's scary because these yin yangs can kill you as a human if you unfocus. You can see the red border around it indicates that they can kill most humans. Rainbows are immune to all familiars, for the record. But
you can see that Cao Minh was repeatedly like unfocus refocus.
It is possible to do that non-completely
side,
focus, like without letting go of focus at all, but it is a little bit tight.
Yeah, and we saw a death for the interpretation section, and for non-3. Yeah,
this is probably where you reset.
This is the really hard part for Marissa because this is really random.
Yeah, non-3 is just the other thing before
it's a like complete contrast to everything else she has.
Yep, it's just and like from a lot of stuff in the game. Like I said, like a lot of it is learning. There are definitely strats for non-3, like missile strats and everything. But in general, it's just very random, and I think it's the least consistent stuff. Yeah, before
also,
whichever final boss you're doing.
Blink.
Oh no, we don't. No, there it is.
Yeah, this is Blink. This is the hard one. This is one where you have to be able to understand where Rainbow is going to be warping around the screen when she fires the Mentos at you.
It's very much about setting
managing where the amulets are
room to
being aimed
move.
at you at the same time.
So about Blink, and it's relevant here, right? Like, well, it sounds kind of stupid. Like, it has only a set number of seeds because, like, the only random thing in Blink.
Oh, that's a little sick there.
The only random thing is Blink is the short dash that Raymond does after each wave. And so, like, genuinely, it is possible to learn every seed for Blink. And I know that R24 and Cao Minh has worked on a guide to do Blink, and they have been able to. That requires a lot of knowledge, but that's been able to
actually
get
I got that.
a really consistent at Blink, like 90% consistency on Blink, which requires like a third amount of prior knowledge, but works really well.
If you're willing to put in that work, absolutely should be rewarded with that kind of consistency.
Also, Itohaba is LNN into Marisa here.
Yep. I'm actually surprised.
On these first runs. Yeah, on these first runs, it's always easy to let whoever takes an early reset kind of slip behind.
On that last spell too.
But this pace is very good.
That's true. Draconic is just gonna go for a clear, even if it's 0 points, just for mental
with that much time left, always helps to get something on the board.
Yeah. Even if it's 0 points, I just think they want to clear.
That's not exactly what I expected that to happen if he were to die on this attack. There's a strat here where you actually find like
2 deaths today.
Yeah, this first non is actually, if you look at the crisscrossing bullets, there's actually like small parts of them that are open. There's like open boxes, and you can actually look for those more towards the side of the screen. Like easier safe spots to dodge the red and blue lanes that she fires between lanes too.
For the first wave, there is modern taste strat. There is
yeah, that's the one I'm referring to.
Okay.
Yeah, the little boxes in the pattern that are a bit more open.
Yeah. You just line up to some places, and you can just not move, and it will always be fine. It's just, I think it's a perfect example of like knowledge stuff. Like for a while, it has been known for a while, but it was known by only a very specific amount of people, and it was like made more public like fairly recently, I think, and it's just what is that?
Like I only discovered from last year's stream, basically.
Yeah, and Tei was like this huge issue for everyone in survival, like this thing that was actually a huge choke point and got kind of trivialized by it, and yeah, I think
all these little details to help improve your consistency throughout the entire game is absolutely worth it.
Yep. I mean, one of them is more involved than the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 days to
curious where Cao Minh's gonna be doing this first spell here. There are definitely some different holes to go in.
Yep. Yeah, the side
shots. More towards the bottom right. And then the more risky you're feeling, you can like go higher up in little openings in the very center. If you go high enough, you can actually not have to worry about moving to the side at all and just get consistent damage on racing throughout the entire attack.
With Vermilia or Yukari, you really don't need to worry about that.
Yeah,
maybe with
everything,
especially because of the plantable options.
With everything, we didn't kill any familiar on None 2. That's pretty bad. It's fine. Okay, but like with every shot you can just go to the
I never really felt like. I feel like I'm maybe misunderstanding something about None 2, because I never really felt like that's been an issue with anybody.
If all the familiars are present and there's a down move, it can be quite scary.
Yeah, it's like 10% of the time, if you don't break any familiar, it will be extremely scary.
Yeah,
and 90% of the time,
just too familiar with like the order team making everything easy mode. Who knows?
But yeah, Raytheon is just kind of a chill boss. And yeah, for Gavs, for every shot you can just go to the side. You also have like you have like a gap.
The minimal amount of dodge between these rings that are being spread out.
And you have 2 gaps in the middle where you can just go down. The ones that choose for scoring, that just don't. It's somewhat precise. But there is a one that's a bit lower where you can just stream down. It's completely fine. You have another gap even lower, but just don't choose that one. It's bad.
You don't want to get completely crushed at the bottom is the idea.
Yeah, I mean, technically you can...
on a completely different attack, but...
Yeah, that wasn't on 2 being bad. That's a perfect example.
There's definitely a little bit on like on several of these spells that can mess you up too. The second spell here, it's all about understanding like where the openings are going to be when the bullets reform, and making sure that you're not going to get like completely boxed in by the time they dissipate again in the next wave. But you also don't want to go too high because you might run into the other bullets going straight up from the familiars, which kind of messes you up.
Rabbit.
Remote Rabbit. Last spell gets really fast paced too. The longer it goes on.
Ooh, right at the end.
Yeah, right.
So Remote Rabbit.
Never want to see that.
Is again one other of those spells that it's supposedly completely random, but like the random of this game is actually not that well done. And so you have patterns in the randomness. And so you have like a sweet spot in terms of fight. And you have somewhat of a route you can do on this. And again, yeah, like if you don't know it, you have no way of knowing it exists. But it does. And again, that's peak iron route stuff.
Quite the discrepancy between like learnable stuff and the non-learnable stuff.
There's often, in Touhou, even the random patterns often have some element of strategy or patterning that you can do, like some approach to make them a lot more reliable. It's honestly quite remarkable.
And then you have brilliant...
It's one of the beauties of this genre,
Buddhist
you know?
diamonds.
I mean, there's strategy there too, right?
Somewhat, but they're all. But what we're talking about here is like when there's much more discrete levels of randomness that can affect something.
Yeah.
It's not just like individual bullets in a massive cloud.
Okay,
it's more like, you know, it's more like a binary between this is really easy versus this is really hard sometimes.
You do want to misdirect right hand back to the middle in remote target because the middle is safer than the side. But it can be
more time to react to any bullets coming from this side.
Yeah.
But that's what got Cao Minh earlier, is just couldn't react to something spawning right next to him.
And yeah, like remote rabbit is just one of those spells, kind of like non-2 with your guy. Like it's gonna be completely fine, like 3 out of 4 times, 4 out of 5 times, and then like you have the other one where like it's really bad. Okay,
right, now into the final boss. One of the final bosses anyway. Kaguya is definitely not a pushover on Lunatic.
Kaguya is very scary.
Despite what the memes might tell you.
Kaguya is half the difficulty of the run.
Only half?
Yeah.
Depends on shot
time. It was more than that.
For Scarlet team it is.
Yeah, Cam is demonstrating the good strat for BDB. You actually want to stay above the bottom of the screen, so a lot of the small bullets pass you by the time the next wave of lasers gets to you. It makes it a lot easier to dodge within the lanes that way.
And then misdirect on too.
Yep.
Always misdirect second non, because otherwise it's just going to be...
Still a scary one. Draconic takes it especially in mid-non.
Especially without being able to kill any familiars. Yeah, here's one of the big choke points though. Buddha's Diamond. And the discreetness of this is where the angles of the lasers here.
We are Scarlet team, so it dies fast.
Yeah, you just plenty of options below Kaguya, never unfocused throughout the whole thing.
Itohaba not shooting down familiar on Racing Non-2 either, but we get an up move, so it should be fine.
Yep. I mean, it's still carrier than break.
Nope!
So you said something about non-2 not being an issue, right?
I don't necessarily want to call that like,
that's a rough
just bad reads in the moment, but I feel like I've never really had that issue myself. I don't know. I guess that's where the discrepancy with me comes from.
To be fair, like with border team, breaking familiars is actually really annoying to do because Reimu has about no damage to familiar. Like,
yeah,
like Sakuya is known for being like the human shot type that does no damage, but to be a bit more specific, Sakuya has good damage on familiars. It just has 0 damage. She just has 0 damage on when she hits a boss, and that is to do with like shotgun protection. And Reimu is the opposite.
Yeah,
Reimu has like fairly good
damage when she does it on bosses.
Reimu has fairly good damage, but she's basically unable to kill a single familiar.
Getting scary and Ellis by here. You really want to make sure you stay under Kaguya every time she fires, otherwise she might just get clipped by one of those big rings. One of the things that helps for both that as well as Buddhist Diamond, like what Draconic is showing here, is that the lasers hitboxes actually don't spawn in right away. Like, you hear there's a little sound effect when they play, and then only after that sound effect completely ends do they materialize.
Yeah, you have like a full stack. It's still the worst spell.
It's a quirk of this game engine that helps you out.
It's still the worst spell, despite that. Like, you don't get full.
Because it is still very random beyond that.
It's just, like, I think it's the only spell where there's just nothing you can do. It's just, how are we living? Like, it's just bad.
And Horai Jewel is one of the few final spells for bosses that's completely memorizable. Just go back and forth like this. There's also a vertical strat if you feel like it.
Why does everyone get right under the run?
And once again, Remilia's plentiful options.
Final A for Itohaba.
Yeah. No, this is not a
priority with that too.
This is not a surprise.
Really
I've been playing Final A.
Like. Sure, but we're going to see Final A here.
Yes.
If they feel more consistent with Aaron than Kaguya, that's definitely a good reason to do that.
You don't see that often on TWC, I don't think.
The thing is, like, if for the scoring, right, like, since the scores are the same, Aaron is usually better. It's just that usually what's better is what you're used to.
If you're not very comfortable with Apollo 13, for instance, that can really get in the way of good TWC scores.
But for a good amount of teams, not all of them, but for a good amount of shot types, like, Aaron is just a bit more consistent because you don't have to deal with the BD nor Riding Wall, right? Like the hardest stuff is Apollo, and Apollo has
like
a lot
the very
of
end of
you can do.
the very end of Horai Elixir, maybe. But even that,
it's not quite to the
easier
same
than Rising
level.
World. Yeah,
that's
not the same level.
section
It's the only
very,
thing that would potentially kill you out of that.
It's
spell.
very scary, but it's usually not very difficult.
I think it's difficult, but I think it's better than
I will say
Rainbow.
one difference between the stages actually is Earth in a Pod versus Galaxy in a Pod.
Yeah.
Earth in a Pod here, you definitely want to work on killing some of the familiars, like at the bottom here. You leave a lot more space to stand, and then you circle over some of the later bullets in the wave to get back down to the bottom, and then repeat. It's a little bit complicated though, even like in a vacuum. But compared to the Galaxy in a Pod, which is the mid-spell for stage 6 speed, it's like a world of difference.
Yeah, Galaxy in a Spot is just completely free as long as
Also, Rising World for Cao Minh here.
Yep.
Yeah, the moment of truth among Kaguya's last spells. A little bit of a waiting game here for these first few waves.
Oh, they are diable. Don't
for the red wave
default.
here, there's actually consistent areas you can stay for the red wave. But then the transition between the purple amulets and the big rush at the end is the hardest part.
Pretty nice transition here.
We are
move towards the corner if you can for more room.
okay.
All right.
And there you go.
Okay, so Rising Goal I think is the biggest example of the random not being properly random. If you speed it up and time lock it, you can see that some of the spots are way more dense than the other. And weirdly enough, like Cao Minh just spent a lot of the time in the more dense area, but it just kind of worked out. Also, we can see for Draconic, the safe spot on that spell too, only available with like Border Team and like Reimu and Yukari.
The smaller hitbox is why.
Yeah, there is exactly one pixel where you can just go on that spell too, and nothing can kill you. The way to line up for it is you go to the corner and then you only do diagonal and focused movement.
I want to point out some of the A-Rin spells here while we're waiting for these last spells to go through here.
The Game of Rising is probably one of the hardest things in the fight.
It is.
Yeah, there is actually a little bit of a disconnect between like which way some of those other bullets are going in that spell. That's what can throw you off.
Thank you, Draconic, for that helpful raid.
Styling on this one here.
Yeah, you know, this is the exception. Like, two to stretch your use to, but not that one.
Bubblemon's not being nice here. Huge walls everywhere. Really good reading to find the macros.
Yeah, you kind of have to, especially because you're not able to see your hitbox over your character or over the bullets in this game, I should say. One more look at Rising World here.
Again, like those stuff.
Yeah, finding the good lane, like right in this spot for the red wave. That's like the best spot to prepare for the transition.
And the transition is fine.
That part's clean. A few more seconds.
Ooh,
You always gotta watch out for those ones want to snipe you at the end.
We had one.
It's always scary
dodge,
too because
but
you might feel like you got sniped like almost like a double KO, but the fortunate thing is there's actually you're completely invincible the instant the timer runs out. So it's like a little bit of a bait there.
One very annoying dodge on the Rising World, but the rest was completely fine.
Yeah.
Also,
and
this
Draconic didn't DNF.
Also, this is Apollo 13.
Getting a run on the board, for sure.
Apollo 13 is another one of the spells that... There is like... it's a joke, right? But like, because it's not that complex, but there is like a 27-page document on Apollo 13 on how to dodge it, right? Like,
yes.
The reason why it's 27 pages is because there's a lot of images, a lot of threaded net information, right? But like, still, like, the thing is there, right? It's a lot of learning, but once you get through that learning, it's not that bad. Before that, oh my god.
Yeah. I also want to point out that Itohaba is doing shift tapping here to have Yukari's shots hit the familiars and just do a little more damage to them.
Keeping them on
a little
screen
faster than solo Reimu would be.
Yeah.
It's mostly known with
taking
Magic
advantage
Team,
of them not completely disappearing.
Yeah, but it works with everyone.
Are we misdirecting? No.
The bubbles are all aimed, so.
Okay, no, we are misdirecting.
Yeah, and once again, taking advantage of Reimu being able to run into red familiars without dying, so you can just go completely through the field like this for a misdirect.
This
is Touhou on the hardest difficulty, by the way.
I mean, it's a bit involved.
This is also a good demonstration of Reimu not being good at killing familiars, though. You see how it's taking her this long to kill it through just half the field.
But yeah, Erin, like...
If you want to focus on Erin, even then, you still want to kill, like, the familiars at the very bottom corners, so you don't get stuff, like, very horizontally going into you, but...
You can see like one.
Just a lot of stuff to manage on this spell, no matter what you do.
Yeah, if you want to do that, it's one bullet. Like she will fire to the right of you, then to the left of you, then at you directly.
All right, this is at worst a 2 miss though, because Horai Elixir can only add 1.
Yes, which is also another reason why I think Erin is really a good choice at times. You can only die 1 time on the last spell. You can die 5 times for Kaguya.
Definitely something you want to be open to based on what you like playing. Horai Elixir is just a fun spell to play too in general, so...
Nah, the first bunch of this
strongly disagree with that, but I really strongly disagree with that.
It's just like the visual design of the spell definitely helps.
Oh yeah, like, I mean...
Most of it is pretty simple.
It's a cool idea, but like, there's nothing happening here, like, what are we doing?
I will say like the aimed arrowheads here are like failed design because they're not really relevant at all.
Yeah, we're about 20 seconds away from the pattern starting.
Yeah.
A little bit here with like.
I kind of like.
Well, it's overlapping on the red wave.
Yeah.
But then the overlapping green wave coming up is where the real pain starts.
Yeah.
You can actually stay like slightly above the bottom. Like looks like Itohaba's positioning himself for that. Oh, then just going to the corner
strat.
Corner strats are good, but even if you stay in the center, staying slightly above the bottom leaves you literally right under where they crisscross.
I think this spell is just kind of like imperishable shooting. Like it's a cool idea, but like once you've done it 5 times, you're just like waiting so much for most of it. It's unlucky.
Yeah, especially with time being slowed down here during the last 20 seconds in-game seconds, I should say.
And like the end part of it is it's definitely tricky, but like the start of it, there's just nothing happening. Like
yeah. The silver lining here with time being slowed is also means your movement is slow. That means you get more precision to go through this part. Yeah. The last 5 in-game seconds here are also the most intense because you just get all the blue rings firing at once. Before
and it literally bullet caps too.
Yeah, you see like what are some of the gaps in the pattern. But before you reach that point, it is still very intense.
Hit with 0 seconds left. Oh,
which
that's
to be fair, the 0 second that lasts 4 seconds. But
yeah. You still hate to see it, but a 2 miss run is a very strong run here.
Yeah, it's definitely good to start out with a low miss count.
That is now everybody else needs 2 miss or better. Because Border is considered the easiest shot of the shots being played here.
Yeah, the scores are still close enough that you're not gonna like going into like tiebreakers or whatever, or different miscounts getting you different places.
Yeah, well, it does mean that the sequencing, like the ordering of the shots, does matter quite a bit then.
Yep.
And unfortunately for Itohaba, Border is the lowest scoring, and so they need the best run. They don't win the miss tie.
If you're confident in getting the lower miscount, even with this shot, that helps you out. But if someone else can get the same miscount with a different shot that gets more score, then they would take the lead.
Yep.
Yeah, with something like this, you play what you're used to, because you're going to perform better with what you're used to, even if it's not the most competitively advantageous shot.
Even with some of the games we've seen in recent years fall into the category of like hardest shot or bust, you definitely still want to be open to using an easier shot if that's what you feel like you can get the best overall score with, just for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I think it also depends, right? Because like it's qualifiers, right? Like by definition of qualifiers, like you don't need to try quite as hard to get the first place, right? Because like the level will be a bit lower, right? Like I think on main match in IN, it's depends on the year, but like some year it's just gonna be not possible to win with one of the lowest scoring shot type, right? But for a qualifier like that, yeah, just go for the.
Well, but it depends on who's competing in each round is the basic idea.
Yeah, but like if you look at the past results, right? Like Last year it was Alice LNNFS. The year before it was Takoya LNNFS. Like it's difficult to win with border team, you know.
To be fair, you're probably not winning, but you could still get second and not be last quite easily with the team.
For second place, yeah.
And if all else fails, just if you feel make sure you put on a good show. That's if you want to be confident in your own play, whatever it might be.
Yep. I mean, at the end of the day, Tour World Cup is like half a competition, half a showcase, and like you kind of just want to do a good run, be proud of yourself, and like it will feel better to get like a 1 miss with the shot types you know how to play than a 5 miss with the shot type that scores more.
Yeah, like the actual results are always tempting to shoot for, no pun intended, but the mentality of it is you definitely want to focus on like what you're doing in the present rather than like what you're trying to shoot for in the future. That's just the general advice for stuff like this.
We're gonna get to Mission on 2 soon for Draconic. So yeah, like what you want to do is definitely like be as possible on the side, so that
trying to get a lot of the bullet does spawn off screen.
Yeah.
And give yourself more time to react to the side here, and then take advantage of Yukari's power to finish off the rest of it.
Yeah,
I also want to say with the qualifier shot type selection, I think because it's a qualifier where I believe only the winner here advances, you actually do care more about getting your best run in.
Yep.
Like compared to the main match where you might you can play for a second if you know Sock's going to LNN with Sakuya or something.
I mean, you don't know
what it all boils down to is it's a competition,
Yeah.
So there's always going to be that element there.
And for this year, I am fairly sure that every qualifier has only one spot to win, which is different from last year. I think it's better than last year, because last year we had some qualifiers with every people from the main match, and it just kind of felt weird. Right now, like qualifiers are definitely different, because it's just fighting for that one spot.
PCB qualifier last year was cinema, though.
Yeah, I mean the IHNN qualifier was really good too, but it is quite different between like having four people playing and you just want to not be last, and having like 2 or 3 players and you definitely want to be first. It's really different, and I personally I really like that type of qualifier, because last year we had some issue of qualifiers just kind of feeling like the main match but more in a way, because you have all the players from the main match, Yeah, so stage 3 is still really scary with this shot type, as you can see. Again, really dependent on Ran, and Ran is not smart.
Not the most reliable.
Yeah.
She's a Shikigami for a reason.
She's a supercomputer, but she's bad at computing which mobs to...
Really, it's Yukari's fault for being a bad programmer.
I will blame Zun instead.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Does it reflect poorly on the master?
I will pay the fault. Like, I think she's supposed to target the highest enemy. Keyword think.
I never actually looked that deeply into any mechanics behind it. I always just, tried to shoot what was in front of me.
I never played Yukari.
Never?
Okay, not even as border team?
I played it on normal mode, I think. An easy on normal mode. Maybe I don't remember. It's been a while.
How long some of us have been playing this game. Things just blend together.
I see a question of, is first pyramid safe spot really easier than doing it at the bottom? Probably not, no.
It's about the same. Like, both of their...
It's another one of those whatever you're comfortable with situations.
Yeah.
But this is
actually a scoring match in disguise.
And like that's the thing.
If you're doing it at the bottom, it's just misdirect each wave of bubbles to the side.
Yeah, and it's specifically annoying. It's specifically annoying as a solo yokai to do at the bottom, because you can't break any familiar. So it's all routed, But it's annoying. It's really annoying, and like in contrast, you can kind of just stay on top of her and just tap every 5 movements up and down that Kenny does. It's preference. Both are fine. One gives more score.
One gives less TWC score. It's the one where you die trying it.
They give the same.
Imagine if we started having TWC score tiebreakers based on how they did attacks. not just capturing versus not capturing, but also like, did you spin the sun? Did you raise this?
That's a very bad idea. No.
yeah, I'm joking, of course.
Did you capture this one really hard attack?
It's funny to think about.
Don't give them ideas.
They already have this idea. It's called the challenge
bonus. Save that for like
bonus.
the bingo match at the end or something.
Look at this grade, man. It's beautiful. This one is not one of the... it's not fun. Like, this is definitely harder. Like, this is the normal way, but like going inside is just the hard way, and there is no
even just playing this normally,
cool.
like a third of the way up the screen is where the bullets like completely overlap, so you have the most space to slip between them. It really is like, that simple. Otherwise,
what you can do is you can be like at the top, right, and like completely at the top over the thing, and not having to deal with the bullets whatsoever, which is a completely fair strat.
Yeah,
but
certainly.
not what was done. what was done was
also grazing the red waves on top of that.
Yep. It's really cool to graze for the record, but it is quite hard. It's consistent though. Okay, back to Raimu. I wish I understood how Spell 1 works. I don't. I tried. I don't.
Like, other than just the obvious that the amulets work between the borders, going up and down different ways, but what you're referring to, I'm imagining, is like being able to read the aimed amulets in the process.
It's not reading them. It's like, because I don't even think you need to read them. You need to like predict where they will be, and I don't have that capacity.
Yeah, if you're not able to like completely like read where they're being aimed at you, that's where the prediction comes in. It's very abstract in that sense. I guess that's one way I would describe it. Second spell, I definitely see people talk about this one because of how fast some of the bullets can get. But at this level, I would also think like they're not quite fast enough to catch people off guard either.
They can catch you sometimes.
Yeah. It's one of those
if you get a couple really fast ones where you happen to be, then you really do have to react very quickly.
Yeah, it's just one of those creature roll patterns that's just
enough, though.
90% of the time it's fine. 10% of the time it makes you work for it.
Yep. Dash.
Oh, the stream died? I hope not.
We
super player quality.
It's trying. The stream is trying.
It's chugging along. Do your best. Ganbatte.
Yeah, Draconic back on Marisa.
Yep. Non-1. Draconic has been dying kind of a lot on non-1 for my taste, so I'm happy they got through. Don't do that.
On spell 1 instead.
No, but like that's not a normal death.
Even when you know the strat for this, when you know the strat for this spell,
That's just a completely stupid mistake for trying to graze too much.
No, it's not even grazing. It's like I know that that's way too well. It happens. It's just it's a brain fart. But it happens. I don't even think it's grazing. It's just you're like, oh, I can. No, you can't. Like,
second non, able to get through that relatively quickly, which is always nice.
I think that half my death on that red belt is that exact death. Like,
that's messed up. I've never died like that.
Well, I'm not quite as smart as you.
Doubt.
Yeah, so for the record, why are we going up here and why are we waiting?
Trying to stay safe and not have to worry about dodging anything.
No, we're just
relying
wasting
on Ron a
reset
bit
time
too
for
much.
score.
No, it's just this spell can delete your point items if you kill it at the wrong time. So you want to kill it at the right time for more score, and you want to be up for.
We're wasting reset time for score.
It's 2 seconds. It's whatever.
There's a lot of 2 seconds in this run.
It doesn't matter.
It could.
No. You know, like, if you wanted, like, Draconic should reset right now, honestly, and they don't, and I think that's the biggest time loss.
Okay, well now Draconic should definitely reset.
Yeah, but he won't. He will finish the run.
All right, can we invoke like 5 deaths
He'll
here?
reset once he gets his 6th death, I imagine.
No, I don't think so. I unfortunately know Draconic pretty well.
Not doing the safe spot on the 3rd spell here, by the way.
No, Draconic does every strat.
It's Draconic strat.
Oh, they must have heard because they're going right up there now.
No, it's Draconic strat.
He always does this. There's
The
3
specific
strategies for
sequence
that
of
spell.
staying low, then going up.
There's 3 strategies. What if you did all 3?
Yep. Also, we are on Blink, and we are not talking about it, and I think that's kind of a crime.
I mean, it's just been such a clean blink until right there. Like, I'm not sure what that decision was.
IHNN, you said anything?
I mean, I was watching it, and it was very clean with
it
the
was really
with
clean, and like you just started saying stuff, and it was all bad.
We're all sharing the jinxing duties with Gastari not here.
Sharing the Frenchness.
Yeah, I actually caught a little bit of this during their previous run for Draconic. They do a vertical streaming strat on this last spell too. It's kind of interesting.
You get more time.
I really don't like it, but it's not a scoring strat. Well, it's more similar than the score strat but like they are not doing it for score. They are doing it because basically like the lasers are completely random, and like sometimes they kind of just all are at the same time when you're trying to stream to the right. And they completely wall you off, and you have like maybe 3 frames you can dash through. It's awful. I don't like this spell. No one does. And
yeah, like the normal way I think of is to stay at the very bottom, so you minimize the angling of the lasers that you're trying to avoid.
Yeah, and like this does make the reading harder, but it does prevent the walling. It's a fine strat for survival. It's not what I would go through, but it has fair reasoning.
If they think it makes it more consistent for them too. And then final spark here. It's all like the massive misdirection to make sure it doesn't completely wall you off.
This was the correct strat for Tay, by the way.
Yay! We avoided the double miss to Tay.
All it took was
big improvement from the last one.
Also, yeah, you can go on top of those, and
the safe spot up here.
You can go on top of the big bunnies in stage 5, and it's another kind of stealing. Like, they are shooting bullets, but if you're on top of them, they can't spawn bullets on top of you. And so, it's not particularly safer, it's just a different strat.
Staying that high up on this part of the stage too is a little questionable, if I may say so.
I can tell you the reason. It's to POC the items.
This feels like a case of the score revival getting in the way of their actual survival, though.
Especially because there was,
It is.
Another miss, right? And another one?
Not
5 now?
This bullet hadn't quite despawned when that happened right there.
So we have 0, 5, and 1 miss.
Yep.
Oh boy.
At least they're all in the late game this time.
Moved a bit late, that was good.
Also, wait, yeah, that's a crazy thing. I just realized we had an Elena and Kaguya here, but nobody got past Raisin.
Yeah?
There's some ways that racing can trip you up.
Let's see that
as has been mentioned already.
This is looking completely fine. Yep.
From what I understand, it seems like
to go. Like,
I guess the reason why I might think racing second on is not as difficult is because a lot of the bullets seem to like they're in repeatable positions. So you
but when those repeatable positions just block the entire gap, which happens rarely, it's really rough. Like, it is a pattern that's fine until it isn't.
Welcome to IHNN. Control game. Yeah, I'm throwing some okay. We get Mindstopper. I mean, look at this history. Like, it's diable. Everything is diable. It's kind of like, it's another one of those, like, it's a spell that started really hard casually and for a while, but once you really start knowing it, it's just...
Cao Minh is also technically misdirecting the bullets between his waves to each side too, like going back and forth. Yep. You technically can just do like the same side every time, but I guess if you want to make sure you're really clear of everything in between waves, going back and forth helps with that.
So we are using the wrong strat for the final?
I mean, this is simple enough to begin with. It's almost trivial. It's literally like dodging
also,
one bullet per wave.
It is the wrong strat,
though. Not optimal enough.
Yep, fine on 2 again. Okay, please me direct her to the left. That was really under her. I didn't know where she would go. Why are you going right? Okay.
Because the spell was almost over.
Yes, but like it's not at risk. Just oh my god. And it's also a game that when you know it really well, you will be like, that's not the best strat everywhere.
More that binary we're talking about, good versus not.
Anyway, this is an NN page, by the way.
Not also like player mentality,
but this is an NN page.
If this is just one, like, if this is 1 miss blink or 2 miss blink Rising World, that would be pretty typical IHNN run.
Nah, the normal IHNN run dies to BD twice.
That's just you.
Oh.
I mean, if I were saying it, a normal IHNN run doesn't even get there.
And this is why, and shoot the moon is the reason why Draconic uses that strat. That was terrifying. But I mean, to be fair, like with Scarlet Team, like dying twice to BD, not quite as likely.
Also unfortunate right there. That non is learnable, but it is also quite fast. Or did they not realize they planted the familiars in a different spot, I guess?
Yeah, there's a reset.
Wow.
Cao Minh knows they need 2 miss, so reset on 3.
Yeah, I mean, no, like, they're...
It's weird, like that the first displacement screwed them over, and then the familiars spawned based on where they were when they died, so that was... To
be fair, it was
second time in rapid succession.
It wasn't just like reset on 3, it was also like they were absolutely about to die because they were low again. And yes, so it would have been 4 myths, which would have just died their best run. I think the reason for the reset is well there. Because like I don't know.
As a result of what happened, but it was like the weird positioning based on them dying the first time is what messed up positioning a second time, and that's what led to a guaranteed death at that point.
Because I'm really not sure.
It's not a guaranteed death.
Okay.
Like, it's
leading
never
into the
guaranteed.
reset, I mean, that at the very end.
Why are we getting stage 5 music when there is a stage 6 stage?
Because the stage 5 is LNNFS right now, and the stage 6 is a dev run.
Okay, but the stage
here.
16 is better. Fair argument though, but
I actually prefer Voyage 1970 over Voyage 1969.
I mean, both are good.
I don't know if that counts, but
we're doing the bunny at the bottom. Sure enough, it's completely fine. Just not what I'm used to.
I see Great Conic has to no-miss Kaguya here to get any sort of better score at this point.
Was there a last 12 miss in this run?
Specific ones, I'm not sure.
Well, there's a miss anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Final
Spark. And that's definitely something that can happen on the first non.
I think they did on Final Spark, maybe not that one. I don't remember. That was the Death Spark.
Yeah, in any case, it's another 0-point run if it finishes.
I told you
the exact miscount doesn't matter as much.
I did tell you they would finish it.
I mean, that requires
just
not
how he
dying
plays, as
4
opposed
times
to following the
Horai
optimal
Duel
strategy
again,
or something like that.
right?
No, like that wouldn't fit that. What I meant. British Diamond. I'm sorry, but British Diamond is more interesting than Resident Evil 1, even though that run.
Just to see a demonstration
yeah.
of it. Or you can see a little bit
actually really well done. Yep. Beautifully done bidding.
You have to make some crazy dodges through lasers before they form too, which helped.
Yep. It's rare. It's somewhat of a myth, but fine RNG on BD does exist.
Itohaba
it's not one of those.
Pace path race and non-2, by the way. That's where the pace loss was last run.
Yep.
Watch out! Don't get crushed. That was a little scary there.
We are low, but we are high enough.
Yeah. These last couple waves seem high enough, but previously, look, they were getting a little bit close there.
Yeah. We are not piercing those items, which makes me greatly sad, but it's a completely fine choice.
Well, one of the reasons is the way that these familiars fire these nons depends on your position. So if you're staying higher up, it just gets really weird the way they spread around, especially on third non.
Actually, it's not that weird if you're against the wall. But yes.
Just speaking of like the general mechanics of the attack.
Yeah.
You know?
But like, there is a way to mitigate it.
Itohaba's also going back and forth on third spell here.
It seems to be
demonstrating the usefulness of making sure the aim bullets are completely away from where you're going next.
I think it's the best strat to go from one side to another, just because like you can do like it's as much damage as doing the middle strat, and it just feels safer because you don't have to interact with them like at all.
I will say there could also be a covered issue here in terms of like which side of the rings you're going through at the bottom when they reform too. If you feel more comfortable reading them going left to right or right to left.
Wow, remote rabbit.
I think it's just damage.
Yeah, like damage is the same between all of them is the idea, but more of comfort level on like exactly which one you're doing.
We're gonna play my favorite game. That is clear.
Instantly answered.
No, we have died to right roll.
Yeah, it's...
well,
we could play my favorite game. Does
we were on
this LNN?
Yeah.
Everybody's favorite.
We have 2 runs on pace right now. One of them's deep.
Yeah, the other one, I mean, it is on pace. We did recover very much more. just I don't have much to say about stage 6. Like, my point items.
Well, we have the last spells for Draconic one more time, and we also have Midnight Chorus Master.
I mean, like, kind of locked into a gap, but you did have a gap, at least. Oh, we are not seeing the strat anymore on that part too. Well, we are doing the normal non-budgeting stuff. Which is just, yeah, you line up with the dialogue box and it lines up perfectly. Okay, let's see this.
Yeah, Earth in a Pot. Some familiars here. Circling around like this.
Yep, that's really well done. It's not over, but it was well done for the first wave. Yeah, I mean, the wave are kind of just all the same, so... If you can do
it
one.
is actually pretty satisfying to learn the strat for Earth in a Pod because it's just so frustrating otherwise.
Yeah, I've got to try that strat. I don't think I've seen that before. Like, it makes it look easy. I'm sure the strategy is not actually easy to pull off, but it makes it look easy.
It's easier.
Not the easiest. Yeah, like I had been using it for years, but it did still take me a while to figure out exactly like where to go on that.
Grab rising ball at the same time.
Yeah, just first not just the same basic pattern that Aaron likes to use with the kinds of bullets. Genealogy is actually kind of interesting because you really have to make sure you don't run into either like the diagonal lasers at the very bottom, or like there's like little horizontal lasers that stick out at certain points. You don't want to get hit by those either, and sometimes you do have to move like up off the very bottom to dodge stuff too.
I really don't like non-2. I don't know why, it's just... It's so hard for me to read.
The round bullets are really just meant to like obscure the rice bullets coming down. That's the only thing they do. It's a similar deal with Rising Game too.
Yep.
Hexagons around you is obscuring the other bullets.
Yeah, but Rising Game is like always known as like being a very tough spell, right? Like, and no one ever mentions non-2, and...
You could, I suppose, lure the hexagons higher up, so you have a bit more room to read where the other bullets are before they reach you. But it's not too much of a difference, I think.
I think it mostly just lets you move down if you need to, because sometimes the overlap is such that you want to move back down. Ooh, that was a really
that's a point where you really just gotta trust your own movements when you really can't see exactly where you are underneath the bubbles. But that's always iffy on attacks like that. This one you can actually stay pretty close to the center here, especially as it circles around and down like this. That really helps to squeeze through a lot of the walls, depending on where they're positioned. And then this fourth knot is basically just Apollo 13 waiting room.
Yeah, non-4 is like... It can be annoying
on
low...
You can give her like half of its HP before any bullets
reach. If you're a weak shot, this is
it's annoying on lower damage.
Yeah, that's true, for weaker shots. But for Border Team, you kill half its HP before any bullets reach you.
Yeah, and Border Team is the lowest damaging team.
Is that? I guess that's true, yeah.
Well, for something like that, you're just looking at solo Yukari, technically.
Yeah.
Because that's all you're using.
I mean, yeah, you just considering the best shots, because I mean, if you aren't focusing, it's hard to, right? But, like, in terms of throw damage...
Yeah, again, using shift tapping here to get more damage on familiars, because you really need it as Reimu.
Honestly, like, I feel like Final is a bit slept on at the time, like...
People like to make fun of this because of what you can do to it with Magic Team.
But like the first part of it is really non-trivial.
Like, it's a pattern. Like, entombing can and will make you work for it.
And just doing the attack straight up, without any other strats to get rid of the familiars, you can see how difficult it can get if you're just like staying at the very bottom and having bubbles disturb the familiars. I guess that's the right way to describe it, because that's what causes them to fire.
Yeah, that's kind of, you can
bullets.
them like shaking. It's kind of cool. I like this animation.
Yeah, but like without canceling any familiars, just trying to manage where you aim it, the bubbles, and where it causes the other familiars to fire their bullets.
If you're not really breaking the familiars, I don't think can care too much about bubble aiming. You just kind of have to dodge everything being thrown at you.
If you're solo yukari, just good luck. Like
there is the top strat though for solo yokai.
It's bad. It's bad.
It's bad, but it's not slightly less bad. Maybe
it's not bad. It's just
you
not
can see
good.
the idea behind it.
Yeah, there's no good option.
I try. The real issue is that the first, like, it's aimed, but only after from the 5th bubble onwards, and it's so hard to get to the 5th bubble and get to the corner. And then it's pretty precise. Depending on the damage on your shot type, like with Remelia, I don't even know if it's worth it to try to go for top. Just die relatively quickly.
I know it's a Yuko thing.
And yeah, Yuko Ali should probably want to.
That would give me nightmares if I had to try that out. One more use of the corner strat here in this part of Horror Elixir.
I said let's see in about 30 seconds.
more like, it is actually more like 60 seconds at this point.
No, it's 40. Yeah. It's half speed.
No, it does get to divided by 4 after a while, I think.
Does it? Oh, it was just always
it is just, no, I think it is just half speed.
Maybe.
It just feels like so much longer.
It's too long. Like, it just takes... I think it just takes too long to get to the final part. I think the final part is completely fine, right? It's hard, but it's meant for it, right? But, like...
Final 5 seconds, though. This is the moment of truth.
I don't like going up like that. But it's been working out.
Well, when you have bullets coming from the side like that, that's part of what you have to do.
Very, very nice.
Yeah, very clean, though.
One miss, no bomb, full spell.
Upping their game even more with this.
And this is where Cao Minh should be feeling very lucky that it's a border team run. So one miss beats it, and it's not forced LNN.
One of the moment of truth is coming up from Cao Minh shortly here, too.
Yeah, now I need one miss win. For both Yukari and Skeleton.
Technically, yes.
That would require Draconic to actually get a PB.
Technically.
Which is not impossible.
No. They'll just drop the best score Rival we've ever seen right here in this qualifier.
No, that's not possible. The best score Rival run we've ever seen happened last year. You're not beating R24's Alice run, sorry.
If you want to see R24 in the qualifier,
yeah, I'm only being
about
serious
5 hours. We will see. I mean, I guess scoring in this game is always survival anyway, so...
Got a little scary there with the small bullets here.
Ooh.
That's actually a really annoying miss to get.
Was that like a bullet sticking out from one of the
We are not full power
for
Blink, so Blink will take longer. Not that much, but it will take longer.
And that's the only allowed mistake, too. But this is such that this is the penultimate Blink attempt anyway.
But like,
there's not enough time if this dies to Blink to get back to Blink and die to it again.
I really don't know if Cao Minh is looking at the score. Like, there is just a very reasonable chance that Cao Minh just want to improve their own PB, not really knowing what first place is or isn't.
Okay, you gotta start getting damage on Rainbow at this point, though. This is when she's vulnerable.
Yep.
It actually does take this long for her to take damage. Watch that
timing
there.
out Blink does not count as a miss, by the way. If it's a timeout, it doesn't matter.
FS is just a bad name anyway.
Yeah, just got it there. Rainbow still takes a little bit of damage when she goes across the screen really quick each time. Any little bit helps.
Yeah, Itohaba practicing Aaron non 3, the only miss of the last run. An extremely fair thing to do.
Is there a point in practicing this? It's just random, stupid.
Okay.
Again, just practicing how you trust your own movement on something like this.
They practiced Elixir final phase after dying to it last run, and we saw what that did.
I mean, but like, you know, every non-3 is... I usually say that every non-3 is about as good as can be a non-3. And like, they are just terrible non-design. Like, it's just... It will wall you, and like, I don't know how much like practicing will help you against walls.
Only in the sense of making sure you don't get walled in the first place. As much as you can help that anyway.
Yeah, we didn't feel the familiar there. I wonder why actually. It doesn't matter.
Immediate reset, okay.
Well, okay,
really
that one is actually really weird, because like, it's not even dying to the big fight. Like, it's just push button, get hit by bullet. Like, it happens, but it's just, it must feel really, really bad, honestly. Like, like, there was nothing tough to dodge, you just ran into the bullet.
So, just based on how long things have been taking, this run gets through Mystia, and then that's it.
Yeah.
So, if there's a pre-Mystia death, it's an instant reset, I would assume.
No, I think
that,
you can die on Mystia.
It.
You can die on Mystia, I think.
Can you die? No, if you die on Mystia, in a situation where you only have one miss for the entire game, and you can still reset, you reset.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you have the time to reach Mystia. It's not like once you reach Mystia.
Yes, no, that's what I'm saying. You get through Mystia.
I didn't understand that.
Dying on stuff after Mystia, that would be right against the
so like a random
point.
stage 3 death is something that would have to be lived with.
Yeah,
and that's certainly possible to happen as well.
Scarlet Team had a pretty fine stage 3, to be fair.
Yeah, it's not likely to take a random death to stage 3, but anything can happen.
Something that might happen on like any of Kane's attacks is probably more likely than the stage portion.
Yeah, Kane, it's really, really easy to just trip up. Or if you're right, being extremely hard for no reason, it can just do that. I've heard theories about it being aimed. I don't believe them.
Again, wondering just like how greedy they're willing to be here in terms of what strats they're doing.
Very greedy, apparently. Like Yuma tier greedy.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like it doesn't happen every match, right? But I feel like weirdly frequent in TWC to just have every player in early game like very deep in the match for no reason. Like, like statistically, like
almost out.
Yeah, like it feels like there should be most of the time like at least one run deep in once we're past the start of the match, and I feel like more than half the time there is just a moment where like people are on stage 1, stage 2, like all 3.
I guess it just depends on when people choose to reset and also how long the game is.
I mean, yeah, but like, you know, like IN is a fairly consistent game.
It feels like that,
you know,
even
like,
that could be completely random, you know.
Yeah. Like for a game like LoLK, for example, like yeah, okay, sure, like the game is tough enough that you will just reset that much. But like IN is a fairly consistent game before the final boss. So it's surprising.
And we've seen stuff happen in stage 4. I mean, that's the other part of the difficulty, right?
Stuff happens, of course, but it's not like it's not a game that's prone to early game gel quite as much as others, is what I meant. Unless you're, I mean, solo yukari.
Or at least that's what you would hope would happen with a game like this.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at Itohaba's run, right, like, they got 2 very far run and plays.
Yeah. I don't know if it was, I forget if it was literally back-to-back, but just in quick succession.
No, it was a Mystia non-death, and then 2 runs that both made it to Raisin on pace.
Yep. Like, depending on the player, like, it's definitely possible to get a lot of paces in a little amount of time.
Itohaba, you don't have a lot of time to start another run if you're going to.
I assume they're just gonna try to go for one more run.
They may be just waiting until the timer is almost out before they start again.
Like...
Yeah, you just don't want to overshoot and not start in time, right?
And you have 3 minutes, it's fine.
There were 8 minutes, though.
Yeah,
those 8 minutes are mostly gone.
Honestly, honestly, like you need to LNN. Like you're in a situation where you need to LNN FS, and you have gotten 2 runs to stage 5 in a row, 2 paces to stage 5 in a row. I think I would do that in that situation. Just practice and gamble on being able to get a great pace, rather than going for one Mystia that you're probably not gonna die to anyway, and not feel practiced for the part that really matters. I think it's a completely viable strategy.
Yes, absolutely. As long as you actually do make it into a run in time.
It's fine. We have 2 minutes and a half. But believe me, I'm fairly sure they are looking at the timer very intently.
I just get antsy when things go
no, like 1:55 p.m.
amount.
is the end time.
Yep. Oh yeah, they are also looking at.
Can they finish the rest of this Aaron practice fight before then?
They can reach Apollo. They cannot clear the final. But I assume they're just there for Apollo.
Yeah, most of the time would be spent on astronomical and 2.
Yeah, and like it's just not. I assume we're capping Apollo and then just moving on. I hope so. If they start going for entombing, I'm getting scared. No, okay.
Yeah, just like you said.
No, now we're going.
They would just clear Apollo. They would just clear Apollo 13. One more practice on this spell, I guess.
Like, get the most use of your time. See, good practice. Yeah, I
remind me while I just enjoy these Scarlet Team strats on stage 3 real quick.
We can reset a mid-boss death for Cao Minh, I guess. Not the most likely death, but you know.
Depending on how quickly they kill it. It's like how Watch out how out of the way they go to kill some of these familiars on.
Actually, the stream is kinda delayed, so they have a minute, not 50 seconds. So maybe they can reset an intermission section, like the...
Itohaba, I have to imagine this is their last attempt, no matter what.
Sorry, I have voice in my head that didn't understand what I said. It's fine.
Alright, they did get the run started with 19 seconds to spare.
Yeah. And
just about the end, yeah.
And yeah, like, Cao Minh
10 seconds.
Draconic won't have the time to reset a non-to-death, by the way,
3,
so...
That's rough.
1.
That's really rough.
Final
run. And that's not when you want to see a final run.
And... now Cao's on final run.
Yeah, no, it's good.
I just love Gastara's phrase too much not to use it. If you gotta die, don't.
What? Oh, yeah. Why would you say that?
The stars
I
always
heard
here
that
in
sentence.
spirit.
I just looked at the screen seeing who will implode. Like,
yeah.
I really am inheriting his jinxing powers
So
when he's not
now,
here.
if you're gonna die, really don't.
like, I heard that. I just looked at the screen like, who is gonna die now? Whose turn is it? I went to Draconic. It was surprisingly not him.
I didn't even process her right away. I'm like a slowpoke.
Like, genuinely, I looked at Draconic. I was surprised it wasn't him, but I heard the death.
And the worst part is, there was that dialogue stall. Without the dialogue stall, there would have been just enough time to throw in a reset at the last second.
Man.
There would have been.
Yeah, but like...
there was just enough time.
Yeah, but like, you know... Honestly, like, stalling on dialogue, it's good just for, like, calming down a bit, you know, taking a
Cao has
breather
not
and
been doing that the entire match.
I mean, yeah, but like, you might want to do it, like,
Maybe.
I mean, I can
But
tell you
it's
when
also undeniable that the only dialogues, like the only time there was a dialogue stall was the only time there was a death afterwards. So, yeah. There's Draconic's death.
That's not full power. That's not full
There's
power.
another one. Thank you for playing Draconic.
You missed the POC, man. That's terrible.
It's more often than you might think.
Thank you
just
for
in
playing.
general. Yeah, they must be on tilt by now.
I don't even think it's tilt. I just think it's like it's not tilt. It's just like when you die, you kind of lose the flow, you know, and like getting back into the flow can absolutely take some time.
Or I wonder if it's like reverse tilt, where it's like you just stop caring, maybe because you know like your run's not good enough anymore.
I think Draconic stopped caring a week ago. I'll be honest.
That's the real top tier strat.
Yeah, the blacked out is when Draconic alt tabs because of how I3 works. Not even necessarily alt, like when the game is not focused.
Right, yeah, it's just...
Because I don't think Draconic is alt tab.
I hope nobody dies anymore from this point forward.
I don't know, man. It's difficult. This game is... I know I said it's a consistent game,
it's
right? But
hell.
like...
It's supposed to be difficult.
It's not PCB, like...
PCB is a bit more difficult than people like to give it credit for.
Okay, but it's easier than Iron.
Yeah, sure. I'll give you that. Except for the two parts where it isn't.
I'd take spam over BD.
If you actually were playing spam, no you wouldn't.
At least it would be a change of pace. Spam is bad,
especially me as a Marissa A player in PCB.
The results are locked in.
Well, technically, Draconic could still pass Cao Minh and take second here.
Okay, but like it doesn't matter. Like Itohaba is in the main match. You know what I mean? Like,
Itohaba could still make a statement with an LNFS right here, though.
Now is the time for me to pray for everyone to game over so I can go to bed earlier.
Wow.
When is the qualifier? I need 2 hours of sleep. I need 2 hours of sleep.
Hey, it's Saturday night though.
It's Sunday morning. I can see the sun.
It is in fact Sunday morning.
Technically it is, yeah.
Technically, it's 7 a.m.
Mid-weekend is more accurate.
It's 7 a.m. Draconic, what are we doing?
The run's survival dead, so let's do funny stuff.
I mean, I guess. Yeah, it's very fun.
But will this clear?
No, I can explain that death. So, see, when you kill the final pattern of a boss, right? You have invincibility frame, but what happened is, since Draconic was dead, Draconic had the invincibility frames of being dead, and the fact that, well, like, since Draconic had invincibility frame, he was not able to get the invisibility frame from the end of spell thing, and when the invisibility from dying ran out, he was able to die.
I actually never thought about how that mechanic working that way before. That's kind of interesting.
For the record, Draconic does have a game over to Ritual after he got it.
That's gotta be rough, no matter when it happens.
I mean, no, it's just funny. Like,
rough for the player. Maybe funny for people watching, who knows?
I mean, noting how Draconic immediately went to the chat to say yes. I don't think they mind.
You just get to show off a funny imperishable night for it.
Yeah, that's such a Dune Code moment. Anyway, Blink.
No.
Coming up shortly.
It was not Blink. I'm tired. Okay.
It's Blink Light.
Yeah, I was like, why did Blink explode? Like that's not that's not normal. It's fine.
Also,
I'm simply out
the
of my
screen
time.
rare footage of Imperishable Knight Reimu actually doing something.
Last footage of
again running into the very edge of the wall with that.
Yeah, that's really wrong. Okay, anyway,
Draconic is also 6 miss now, so
Draconic is not getting past Marissa. I know exactly that type of run. Draconic does not make it past Marissa. Unless they start bombing.
This isn't TSO, I don't...
Well, now it is, so they get them back
you
to
can
6
bomb,
miss
it just
again,
counts as 2 miss.
Yeah.
Now it instantly get them no points, though, with just 1 bomb.
Yeah, like,
no, they're already at no points.
Yeah, like...
There's nothing to lose, I guess.
There's nothing to win. Draconic starts scoring. Yeah, I don't know about that message. Like I think they've been doing that. Okay, don't die to... Thank you.
Were the shifts having to be the music there for a second?
I mean, you know.
Minus player things, assuming you listen to music while you play.
I tap to some stuff throughout the games. It's just a habit.
At some point, when I was doing practice, a lot of practice, I bound my right shift to my left shift to be able to spam both shifts. because it was funny.
Yeah.
That's just what you do in those games. Like, it's just there, like looking at the animation of the dots spawning in and out. Okay, that is not the gap.
Wow.
As you can see, this was not the gap.
I believe.
Does that mean?
What they
That
had
means
before?
4 deaths in 4 attempts at Tain on 1. That's really rough.
I mean, I call strat issue.
Yeah. Strat issue, mind block, just anything. It's just really sad to see.
A has a reputation for a reason.
Well, that's what I
The
said
reputation
earlier.
is kind of outdated at this point.
The reputation is outdated because they are a good strat. Like the life steal doesn't happen if you know what you're doing. Dying shouldn't happen if you know what you're doing. It's just like
Draconic has an extremely cursed set of resources here.
yeah. I've been there.
Yeah, just
done
all the
that.
bombs that stage 4 gives you, like all in a short amount of time. That's what happens.
I'm actually surprised that we are actually gonna get through Marita.
And clearly they got past third non, did they have this bomb count?
Yeah, they have not died to Marita at all.
Nice pause buffer.
Pause buffering, pause buffering the later.
I'm not even sure what it's needed for. The first
This
two
is
masters
actually
spark
shooting down.
I guess I'm a little confused of why you would need to do that in the first place.
Spell one death, yeah, I think that's just tilt at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, we can power gun for long too, guys. Oh, we can't. Unlucky. Oh wow, it's gonna take 1,000,000 years to die now. Oh, okay, well, I'm watching Draconic, I guess.
I'm watching the LNN pace run.
There's nothing happening in stage 4. Like.
It's a pace.
I mean, now is
Yeah, but like, there's nothing happening.
now this run is not eligible to get any points just by itself. Cao Minh. They're above 5 misses.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think it's just tilt, like. Completely understandable.
Like that first 4 miss, having 2 of them on Tay must have just... It set a really rough tone for the whole match.
I mean, it's better than dying twice to last level 1. Draconic final. I think it depends on the player. Like, I think it's something you if you're really struggling on Shoot the Moon, it's something you should test and see if you like it or not. I don't like it. I know they do. I know they do it for survival reasons. I think it's just up to the player.
Oh, and there goes the LNN pace.
there's a
Marisa
first
on 1.
That's not.
So that locks in a 1 miss as their best run at this point.
Yep.
If you're playing Alif, I think it's gonna be terrible though, because you're not gonna be able to do much damage. Yeah, I think
And
everyone is
Asteroid's
just.
out, yeah.
I think everyone is just tired.
And yet the runs continue because this is the imperishable night.
Night power, by the way. That's not
The
the
night is
power
still
you
young.
ever want to see on non-2. Is he gonna die in time?
Just taunts you.
Oh, it is. Terrible.
It's like literally 1 below max. Like I said, just taunts you. So tantalizingly close.
Should extend the run timer if they miss the time item. You know they get punished for not. Smile. Hello. Probably George? This is unreadable, George. I'm sorry to tell you.
Today I will...
Oh.
Play...
I was reading like pay to win, like...
Today I will play INTWC.
Clue that. I mean, if you're playing today, that means you're playing Iron, George. Hop in. You have been invited. Oh, you have been invited to Iron Lunatic scoring right now, right this instant.
Yeah, there are only 2 slots in that qualifier. There's clearly room for a third.
Thanks, follow your move and do your best. It will not work out. No, the JP stream did not do that, because that was George, not Crafted. If Crafted did that, then the JP stream would say it.
The JP restream would see it if they're watching our stream. If you are, hello. Why are you here?
Welcome. That's what we should really say.
Bro, I'm too tired. I've been thinking about how to say hello in Japanese for
Yokoso.
10 seconds. I've been learning Japanese, and I've been like, konbanwa. Wow.
It's like one of the few things I remember
I
about
need
Japanese.
sleep, man. Also, we can see scoring on the...
I do understand where you're coming from, though. Before the broadcast, I was blanking on what Sagame's name was. Just looking at LolCast. Really caught me off guard. It's like, I don't forget Touhou characters' names.
I see your reaction.
Like that.
I forget PC98 character names, but that's just lack of exposure to them.
Yeah, well...
Anyway, BD...
I guess I've been exposed to LolK for over a decade at this point, so...
Anyway, it's BD time. This is fine. This is... Okay, well, it's no longer BD time. Okay. Wow, that was actually free BD. What the hell is that? I need to play.
Yeah, speaking just on like how the attack played out in that case, that's definitely a case of like the discrete RNG going in Cao Minh's favor.
Yep.
Lots of open spaces with where the lasers were.
You know, like, again, it might feel like a miss when you're playing it, but good RNG BD exists.
We take those.
To be fair, it does take half the time that I'm used to, so it does help. I have nothing to say about the spells we're seeing. We have the easiest Trace Anon and the easiest Kaguya-non.
I feel like the end got a little scary.
I mean, it remains the easiest Kaguya-non. Like, what is margin?
Because of how slow it is.
Yeah, like, non-4 is like, it's scary like 10% of the time, but it actually kills you like 0.2% of the time.
I think I might take non-2 over non-4.
Oh, that's incorrect.
I mean, with the misdirect.
No. Non-2 can push you to the side. Non-2 can do weird stuff. Like non-4, the worst you can have to do is just having to lane swap, which is annoying, but it's really not that hard. It's something like
some of the jelly beans pushing you up high can feel scary if you let yourself feel that way.
Mean, yeah, but like I said, it is scary semi-often, but it's never actually bad enough to kill you. Almost like you should learn how to lane swap. That's something you should be prepared for if you're going for LNN. Or LNB even. But like, it's fine. Like, none two can definitely trip you out. Okay. Please don't die to that one, Cao Minh. God damn it!
Like I said, sharing.
And another death to last one in TWC added to the list. We're at 5 in 5 years, I think? 4 years? I don't know. Too much. That's the third time Cao Minh dies to that in TWC.
Very, very unfortunate. But it's just more evidence for, you know, the last spells not just being Rising World.
There wasn't any death to last spell 1 last year, I'm pretty sure.
That's, I don't even think I kept track of something that specific before.
Oh, I have. I absolutely have, because...
Yeah.
Because, yeah...
I mean, I believe you, but I'm just saying, like...
I know it's like there's this entire meme of like, if you die, every time like I see someone or I die to last spell 1, it's just TWC ready, like it's... Because it just keeps happening.
Overshot that movement there.
We just had synchronized deaths for like down Draconic.
Draconic can clear actually, that's honestly impressive. Like... Last spell 4 death. Last spell 4 death is way more fair than last spell 1. Yeah, okay, that's just tilt. Like... GG. Reddit music.
That was ending.
Yeah, the end. It was ending music.
For the record, I was thinking of the ending. I just said the wrong word.
I believe it.
Yeah. the post.
IHNN credits are so good, though. I wish we.
IHNN credit is my favorite song of the entire franchise. So.
Not a bad choice.
My second one would be Benny credits. So. I just like credit songs, I guess. It just related to player layout is different. Bit late, but it oh,
it took me a while to notice too, because it's just so obviously good.
I know, I noticed immediately. I was like, oh, that's cool. Because I think
like, oh yeah, it was always like this. No.
No, it sure wasn't. No, impossible shooting. Okay, we have BD. That's
one more demonstration of it here.
Yeah. I mean, you ran into that, but to be fair, looking at the stars, it was about to get very bad anyway. We're not having IHNN Extra this year. Literally, no one signed up. Unlucky.
This is your IHNN Extra for the year.
Yeah, we had non-age before the match, and we had imperishable shooting after the match. I got stolen of my remote rabbit because of this transition. Did Big Ball sign up for something? I don't even know. I heard Turbo did it. What the hell was that?
Showing off the small hitbox there, I guess.
What the hell was that? That was grossly unneeded. Like a lot of things you've done this match, to be fair, but like...
I want to see a good dash 2 lasers on Ella's side, too.
Oh my goodness, what are we doing?
Moving Kagi all the way to the side of the sun. Very good there. Well, there's one.
Okay.
And there's the TWC bomb!
I mean, might as well, you know, like...
With a pause buffer death
Yeah,
bomb.
we both buffer the bomb, which does not help, because you could just press bomb instead of pause. Like...
They really wanted to make sure they got a death bomb there.
Ah! We're doing actual scoring route. Oh, we're going a bit too fast, I think. We're losing some grays here. It's good. It's practice for commentary in 3 hours. Perfect. Yeah, like this is the correct route and the correct gas, but we're going slightly too fast at times, so we are losing a bit of grays. I'm fairly sure.
And losing grays means losing time.
Yes. We lost
second
everything.
Pause buffer death
No,
bomb.
we just lost everything there. Minus infinite score loss. Like. I don't think we're capping.
Yeah, chat, does this clear?
I think it's random. Oh, we do! We're clearing! Yes! Yes!
Did you do another misdirect or not?
No. Congratulations on your too many misses.
On your 9 miss 2 bomb.
Soon to be more. Wait, are we? Did we get? Yeah, we got all last bells. See, that's the problem. You were not TWC ready.
Yeah, Itohaba's also on 3 miss right now with the unfortunate, I believe it was mid non-death.
Oh yeah. Actually, if Strakani game over, it is game over. There is no adding misses rule.
Good moves for Game of Rising there.
Yep. And let's see
Alright,
on 3. We practiced it
They're
extensively.
leaning towards the right. They think the gap's going to be over there.
Okay. Yeah, good gap.
I would have taken the gap up, but that was completely fine too. Yeah, okay. But see, that was just, I mean,
Those
good
are very
energy
kind
for...
gaps.
Yeah.
There's always an obvious one.
Right. Okay. Iconic has been doing that all 3 rounds, and I was gonna say never die to it. That was not a jinx, because I fed it after it.
See one last look at Rising World here.
Yep. Oh, where are we going? Where are we going?
Way to the right. This is not it.
That's definitely not it. It worked though, somehow. Okay, this is completely fine so far. I wouldn't have went there, but that was the correct decision actually. I would have died.
That was a really tough read to make. Good cap.
I would have went left and die. So.
Alright, one final Apollo 13.
And one final Kagero.
I should take it a second to look at this ending blocker too, in more in depth.
Oh, we're timing it out. The final run.
Time warps.
Well, I am not allowed to sleep, man. What is that? Actively rude. Starting at the last second, timing out. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, just showing off at this point.
I am losing.
Hey, we get to listen to Gensokyo Millennium for longer.
Both really good final boss themes. Probably the highest trumpets in Touhou history as well for this song.
I have not tracked that, you know. I track the number of misses of LS1 in TWC. I do not track the trumpets.
It's a part that normally plays like a like the 4th non or beginning of Apollo 13, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing no familiar shoot down in Tooming.
Yeah, I think that's more fun. That's obviously a bad idea, but it's more fun.
Or blood pumping when you're in the middle of all of it.
I also really like destroying every familiar.
Although I would still advocate for killing the familiars at the very bottom corners.
Yeah, and we're doing all now.
I did this in a 1cc at one point. I was 0-0 into this, and I just capped anyway. It was kind of crazy. And I am not TWC ready, unfortunately. I capped last spell 1.
Yeah, that's my issue too, honestly.
Ooh,
good cap.
Dash there at the end.
I guess we're getting some preview of the scoring match right now. Oh, we are not. Oh.
Alright.
Give me back on Dowell.
The longer this goes, the more Voyage 1970 we get to hear, and the longer the match goes. But it will be ending, unfortunately.
In only 2 minutes, approximately.
No, Kaguya will use her power to make those 2 minutes last an actual eternity. You're stuck here. You don't get to leave. You don't get to sleep.
God damn it.
But that also means the bullets don't get to move. So you never die.
But you don't
either.
get to move either. It's like you just pause the game forever, and we have to somehow keep coming up with things to talk about.
Is that good or bad then? That you're just not dying, you're stuck in a moment in time?
I mean, if you're not dying, you're not losing to the score.
Yeah.
But you're not clearing either. But, I mean, it's just reset time, so as long as you don't reset.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going with this.
Does anyone else feel like the slowed down movement speed messes up your timings on this?
I actually like the better precision you have because of that. I think it's kind of needed in this last phase as well.
Definitely. I still sometimes find myself not moving as much as I wanted to.
Just because you're not used to it. It's like messes with your muscle memory, you can see that.
Isn't it similar speed than Aya in Double Spider?
I had charge speed is 0.5 pixels per frame. Half focus speed here would be 1.
Okay. I felt like it was similar.
2 miss, 1 miss,
that's
4 or 5.
completed.
I think we stopped tracking at the end there.
Yeah, we didn't track the... No, it was only 1 added from Apollo, so I think it's 4.
Yeah.
Which it doesn't matter. Also, like,
you know, in a better run previously, so
if we shot it, it would have been 3 miss.
Guess we'll get the results up here in a second, or is it just the ones on the side? I don't know how they're doing the UI this year.
No, I assume we're gonna have a final result. Yep, there it is.
Oh, there we go.
And
yeah,
there you go. So yeah, that was the qualifier. So final results in last place with 0 points, but we did clear 3 times. We have
even LNB cleared.
Yep, we 2 LNB. We have a Yukari or Draconic with an 8 miss 6B and more score than the others. More scoring strats. Definitely was there more to show off than anything.
And entertaining in a different way that we normally see in these survival matches. Yeah.
And second place we have Cao Minh, I never know. With oh my god, the name of the team. A Scarlet Team.
Scarlet Team, yeah.
4 miss with 6B, but it doesn't matter. But like it's 4 miss with two of them being on tape, very unfortunately. And like honestly, yeah, good run, especially like past that. It's the rest of the run was really clean, for sure. And
definitely a good demonstration of using Remelia's special options on this kind of shot type.
Definitely tilting, but like the run was very good, considering that it happened, right? And in first place, we have Itohaba with a 1 miss to
Aaron on 3,
which fair enough. and all throughout the run, the match, I can't talk.
All the runs were
were
pretty
playing
good,
really well, really consistently. Like and so Itohaba will make it into the big match. I think that completely deserves.
And Sakika.
Yep.
I said that right.
Very deserved. And I feel like the time of the main match will be terrible looking at the list of players.
It's the only acceptable time for an Imperishable Night match. We all know that.
It's not an acceptable time for me to be awake. But yeah, really cool match. Really happy to be there. We have another match later today. In about 3 hours, 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. I will not tip it off.
The rare Lunatic scoring qualifier.
It's not
very
the only
exciting.
One. It's not.
It's rare, but it's exciting that we're getting them.
That's encouraging though to see something like this happen.
Scoring qualifiers are like, I don't think they have ever been a thing, and we have 3 scoring qualifiers this year. But yeah, the first one being also IN. You might have seen the game recently. Between Miles X and R24. So it's scoring. I guess we got a tiny bit of a taste of it with Draconic, but it's gonna be way more. Very cool. Solo Yomu versus Magic Team, and yeah, it's in 2.5 hours. So if you're in the US. If you're tired, go to sleep. If not, watch this. If you're not in the US, just watch this. And and yeah, I don't know if there are any more things to shout out or not. Yeah, there are. Okay. So thanks for watching.
That's it for this weekend, basically.
Yep. The qualifiers last around for 2 more weekends. You can see the schedule on the TWC website.
TouhouWorldCup.com.
Yep. And if you're interested in helping, there are sign-ups for the crew, for the English crew in this case, that you can get through the sign-up comment and chats here, or without the typo, or with the QR code. It will take you to a form. There are multiple roles you can sign up for. You have like creating highlights, like clips and everything. You have like chat moderation. You have all the broadcast things, which is both doing the world feed and the English broadcast. We are accepting people even if you have no experience in that. Crested and George are actually very good at telling you what to do and how to use the thing. I've been there in this situation when I didn't know what to do, and now I know what to do. So I would definitely recommend, if you have any interest in doing that, don't be scared. You can just sign up, and
you'll all be in good hands.
Yep. And there are other things you can sign up for, most likely, but I forgot what I said, so whatever. Just open the form and see. Thanks for watching. You can follow the Blue Sky account of the World Cup for the announcement. The link is on screen. There might be a comment. It's findable on the World Cup website too. And the English stream of TWC 2026 is brought to you by Touhou Replay Showcase. We stream replay watch parties every week. And you can say weekend. At Friday 9 p.m. Once every 2 weeks, and Saturday 9 p.m. Sunday 4 p.m. CEST time now. We got daylight saving time. Give me back my sleep. And yeah, it's a great time. There should be one today, actually, after the qualifiers is all done. And yeah, like I know previous years, like I guess not the previous years, but the ones before, like there was way less TRS during the TWC season, but now we have enough people to actually be able to have TRS continuing during TWC season, and so that's cool. And you can definitely check that out.
More Touhou for everybody.
Yep. I am tired, so I will wrap this up unless you have something else to say. Actually,
that's 2 hours for once and for all.
Actually, I just have a question. Do we have any interviews?
I haven't heard anything about that.
Okay, well, we're gonna get a quick interview with Draconic, and yeah, after that, hello. Oh, goodbye, Trace. You're no longer allowed in the in the display.
My voice will
unlock. Oh no! When you talk, we can see it.
Screen.
When you talk, we can see a tiny bit of pink. Okay, there it is. Hello.
Even I didn't see that little bit there. But yeah.
Okay, I managed to get the funny death during iframes bug. I was like, yes.
Yeah, Drift was just explaining that too when it happened.
I got it.
I was happy having to explain that. I sure didn't expect that to happen. I can tell you that.
Also, I kind of just crashed the game by bombing after Rising World. You may not have seen that, but the bomb did start and then the game crashed.
Well, like on the streams ended, but like the picture would have just cut out if that happened. So yeah, total whether it was a crash versus just exiting.
Well,
it was very much a crash.
Here you can learn about really weird iron mechanics.
That's what I'm here for.
I mean, yeah.
Knowledge is power.
Hey, the early game was going well, okay?
This is true, yeah. That first non-2-death was actually fully undeserved, I think.
Okay, like, I was in it, and then it killed me like halfway in the
like, it was the last one. It was the last bullet that got you.
Yeah, why?
Are they actually like slightly offline, or there's any shenanigans going around?
My theory about it would be that I'm fairly sure that you can die to bullets every 2 frames and not every frame, and you probably got lucky through the start.
That's cave games, not Touhou games.
No, that's true in Touhou, I'm fairly sure.
But yeah, at least I
would
only
almost expect to see something like
once.
that in FW, not IN.
I know it's the case in UFO at least, so...
Well, to be fair, I only died to non-2 once, which honestly, I'm happy with that. I also didn't die to Spell 1, which is also good.
Yep.
I didn't die to Horny Owl either. I did, however, die to K-Nimit Spell because I was just stupid. You can just stand, you can very much just stand still there and not die. Meanwhile, I decided to press right for some reason.
I mean, I can tell you there were a lot of deaths where I was just like, what are we doing?
Oh, yeah, no, that asteroid belt death was not real.
No, like, it's surprisingly common, but like, don't do that.
The position of those is static, mate.
Yes.
It is very much static. Hey, I didn't die to Tay at least, so that's cool.
Yeah, still get good demonstrations of how to do certain things in different ways throughout the entire game. I like seeing that.
I did kind of do that for last spell too. I did the safe spot once just to show that it exists.
Yeah, I saw that too.
It's really cool. It's really cool. I mean, yeah, like at the end of the day, like TWC, I like to say it's like it's half a competition, of course, but it's also half a showcase, and it's cool to have like some other stuff. Maybe you should have signed up for scoring, but you know.
I don't have a chance at scoring, that's the problem.
So yokai scoring does get kind of shafted.
I don't know what the metrics are, to be fair, but who knows?
I would have to get like 4.3 billion or something, which a lot more than the world record.
But yeah,
I mean, I think Touhou World Cup 2027, perhaps. Who knows?
I don't think those metrics are ever changing.
Here's a slight problem with that. This iron scoring category is slightly competitive.
I mean, survival is competitive too, honestly. Like,
not why I'm here.
But yeah, I mean, unless you have something else to say, I think we're gonna wrap it up. I'll take that as you having nothing to say. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you in about 2 hours now.
Yeah, and should be back in 2 hours.
I will try to sleep between. Not gonna work, I think, but it's fine. And yeah, we'll see you back for Lunatic scoring. Yeah, bye bye.
Yep, thanks for watching, everyone.
More cancels.
Bye.
Bye.